We got a good shot of Dot Richardson. Notice she locked that front foot up when she threw. And that's so important when you throw a baseball or a softball. An infielder locks up the front foot, you jackknife the back. And shots, I put 15 innings down on this little makeshift scorecard that I made up when the other one blew away in the wind. Is 15 going to be enough?
I think so. I really do. And obviously we can't say what team is going to win. They're each starting to pressure each other just a little bit, and that's when it's going to start getting exciting. They've seen the pitchers enough. They've seen Ward and they've seen Doom enough where they should be starting to get on the ball a little bit more and be guessing right a little bit more. I look for UCLA to really start putting some pressure on the Fresno State Bulldogs.
All right, we'll see what kind of pressure they put on as Skursky leads off the inning. Skursky on the day popped up to Garcia back in the third and grounded out to Silva in the fifth. 0 for 2 on the day. Pretty wide stance. This is a young lady that keeps the bat on her shoulder so there's no extra movement, and I like this. If you're going to keep the bat off your shoulder, there's nothing wrong with it as long as there's no extra movement, because you have to make an adjustment when you're facing somebody like Ward. Sometimes it's a little late. There's the determination of Skursky. She'll put it on the shoulder right there. Taking a pitch, and that's why you saw some extra movement. Sharon Bacchus had her take a strike. 2-1 the count. Good pitch to hit.
I'm sure she'll have the green light here. I think she had to take the last pitch.
Needs to bend the knees a little bit because she's probably going to get the drop. There it is. Ball will be down low. Let's see if she does bend her knees. Let's see if she can handle it. Oh, they wanted that. The catcher jumped up in the air. Denise Ketchum didn't say anything, but
that said enough, though, I think.
The high jump, was that a dirty word? When you jump high, is that a dirty word?
Maybe a little higher would have been, but I think she said enough with that little hop up. That looked like it nipped the corner, but it's awful easy for us to be saying stuff like that from up here.
Well, sure, because we're second guessing the heck out of everybody. I mean, you know.
That could be extremely, extremely important. Skursky getting on, leading off the inning, that could be very, very important. It's the first time in a while that Ward has been behind on a batter, and that time it cost her.
So we'll probably see Winsberg lay it down. Owens is on deck, and Dot Richardson in the hole. We have seen the intentional pass in this softball tournament. Looks like she's bunting. Let's see if they handle it. Ball is down low, and Wendy Ward has thrown 4 straight balls now.
In a situation like this, when she gives up the bunt so quickly, the infielders are almost in on top of her. Watch for the slug bunt, trying to punch it past the oncoming and on-rushing infielders. Watch for this right now.
Make a great point, because Fresno uses it a lot. UCLA has it in their repertoire. Here it is. And she's taken all the way. Sharon Bacchus realizes that there's a problem out there. She went skin to skin just now, and I believe I picked a sign. Haven't done much of anything today, Ann. But
I think you did too. I think she'll be looking bunt, but really looking take on this because of the fact that she's in front, 2 balls and no strikes.
Let's see if skin to skin is the take sign. Is number 13 is in the batter's box. Stacy Weinsberg. Coordination is so important if they do bunt the ball here. Now she's crouching down, making it a tougher target.
She was thinking slug on that. She was thinking slug bunt on that. It's how quickly you can get those wrists back and punch it past those on-rushing infielders. They come in so deep towards home plate.
Sharon Bacchus has gone to the letters. Let's see if it's a bunt this time. She won't be taken. She is bunting. And she gets a break. Now Sharon Bacchus has a decision.
That's right.
Do you take or do you bunt? No, she's giving her your pitch.
I say that they'll go with the bunt. No doubt about it. I don't think they want to get that.
Interesting. I'm gonna go against you. I'm gonna say she takes. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if she takes. She is taking. Oh, I won. What did I win, Ann?
Not much.
2 straight base on balls.
Another rock to keep your papers down.
That's right.
Okay? There you go.
Wendy Ward is struggling. The 9-hole hitter is up, Karen Owen, and it's so important now to bunt the ball because Dot Richardson, the All-American, is due up next. If you can move the runners to second and third, a sacrifice fly is in effect, a squeeze. The infielders are coming in. Now looky here what we're going to do. They're going to bring the center fielder in to play the bunt. I like this. Here's a thinking coach, folks.
You bet.
The center fielder will come in. Well, all of them are coming out. Maybe I better wait and see what's going to happen. I thought they're bringing the center fielder in to play the bunt.
Well, it's time for them to really regroup as a unit and know exactly what's going to go on in these situations. If Sharon Bacchus is anything, if she's coaching anything like she's done before, she'll make Fresno State worry about what's going on, and she'll make Fresno State say, okay, we're going to create some situations, let's see if you can handle them.
Got to tell you now, I've never seen that before where everybody gathers on the mound. I'm talking about the outfielders, the infielders, they're all in there and they're voting.
Well,
There they are.
they're calling the trainer out, but
It's interesting. I'm not sure how much time they can
Well, the
have. There comes
umpire's
the
coming
umpire.
out,
He says,
yeah.
all right, what's going on? I want to know.
yeah, he's
Wanna
saying
break this
play
up?
ball. You betcha. They can't take all day out there because they want to keep the game moving. But it was important for Donna Pickle, I think, to have communication with their
Oh, yeah.
outfielders as well as infielders, because the outfielders will be backing up in so many situations, and they've got different situations that have been set up throughout the situation that they will use right now.
I really thought that they're going to bring an outfielder in to field the bunt. They're not going to do it. They're going with the first and third baseman up. Communication is the thing here. The ball game's on the line, folks. Well, they fake the bunt, fake the slug, and then come back with the bunt. And Sharon Bacchus isn't very happy with Karen Owens that time.
Leslie
We have
Rover has come in to pinch run. She's on second base right now for UCLA, number 18, Leslie Rover. She's obviously got some speed.
This is the freshman out of Palm Desert. All right, there's the bunt, and it's a good one. It's a beauty. Oh, I'll tell you what, that'll bring back a little bit of a reaction here. Got to take a look at this
I don't
again
know about
because it
this
looked
call.
like a great bunt by Karen Owen. Here it is.
Okay, here
Third
we
base
go.
umpire Dave Epperson has
Pretty
a
bunt.
bam
Now watch,
call.
she hesitates, and then she goes.
All right, what do you think, folks?
I think she was safe. I don't think that was a good call. I think she beat the throw, at least tied the throw, and I don't think that was a good call, and I think that could be a very crucial call.
So Karen Owens is at first with the fielder's choice. This brings up the All-American Dot Richardson. Bam Bam play at third. And the pinch runner, Leslie Rover, called out. Forces an order now in the double play. And they're running and they
Steal.
make it work. I'm going to tell you something. Sharon Bacchus, the old River Gambler, caught
You
the third
bet.
baseman up, fakes the bunt. The shortstop had to come over, and that's a tough play for Jane Silva. Boy,
Beauty.
you talk about a gut call by Sharon Bacchus. This could be the ball game because she's double steals behind the third baseman.
You betcha.
And gets the chores done. And
What was nice about that, of course, is you've got to have that batter faking the bunt. You've got to bring in those infielders and make the shortstop have to hustle over.
take a look, Ann, because this is a gutty call by Sharon Bacchus.
Okay,
Who says the
she
skipper
squared a
doesn't
bunt.
make a difference?
Now
Look at this.
the third baseman realizes that she's got to get back, but the shortstop has got to be there. The shortstop, that was her position to play.
Of course, she was pulled over because Dot Richardson is a pull hitter. Now, what does Sharon Bacchus do here? Will she squeeze? Will she let Dot swing the bat? It's all on the line.
Dot Richardson is one of the best hitters in the entire country. I think Sharon Bacchus will be having Dot Richardson swing away.
Stacy Weinsberg is at third base. She represents the go-ahead run, possibly the winning run.
They will put her on. Now, that's not a
good
bad
strategy.
idea at all, because now they've got the force at home. They can pick up a force out at any base at all. I would walk a Dot Richardson any time in the ball game with runners in scoring position as they are right now. The next batter up, if you'll notice, is Debbie Howard, and Debbie has had trouble with Wendy Ward. She's K'd a couple of times, and that's exactly why Fresno State is going to put Dot Richardson on to get to Howard and say, okay, you've struck out 2 times, let's see if you can put the ball in play.
So it's on the line here in Omaha, Nebraska. No score, top of the 8th inning, UCLA and Fresno State for the NCAA Division I women's softball title. The wheels are really turning now. Do you squeeze here? Because the force is in order. You got to break up a double play if you're going in at second base. The infield is in, but if they
You
get
bet.
a ball hit to either the bare hand side or the glove side, they're going to have to turn it up the middle.
You watch how the corners come in on defense now. They'll come right in. They'll dare to put it down.
The ball is hit pretty good. Foul.
I'm surprised that they were swinging on that first pitch. Ward's had a little bit of trouble with control, and I'm surprised they didn't make her throw at least a strike before swinging at it.
Well, probably Sharon is thinking this, that I don't want to take the bat out of Debbie Howard's hands. Need a fly ball here, and that's what she's hollering. The winning run, 60 foot away.
Good cut. Good cut.
Wendy Ward quickly gets ahead of Debbie Howard. And the mission here, if you're a UCLA fan or a Debbie Howard, you got to get the bat on the ball. You got to make contact and make them make a play.
You bet. Put that ball in fair play.
Strikeout here really hurts your ball club.
Strikeout pop-up will kill you.
All right, let's see if Debbie can get a fly ball. That's what her coach is hollering. Give me a fly ball.
There
it is.
Let's see.
All right,
We
there's
could
the
have a
tag at
play.
third. This is going to be a bam-bammer. Oh, and she's safe. A great effort by Stacy Weinberger. Look at that catcher catch him. Hang in there tough. We got a good throw from the right fielder
Beautiful
that
throw.
time.
Beautiful throw. If Ketchum hangs on to it, the girl's out. If Ketchum hangs on to it, I think she would have been out. I think Winsberg would have been thrown out at the plate.
So the right fielder, Muratori, did an excellent job. It was a bam-bam play as Ketchum hung in there. But Stacy Weinsberg, all right, we'll take another look. Here it is. This is Muratori. Gets a strong throw, Ann.
It's a beautiful throw. It's right on line where the catcher wants it. Takes a couple hops, but if she hangs on, she had her.
It was a very tough play defending her.
Blocked the plate well. Catcher
Notice
blocked that plate
how well coached UCLA is. The runners moved up from first and second, so we now have second and third, and there's another run. Here's a third run, possibly we'll have a bam-bam at the plate, and she's out of there. A nice play by the shortstop, but they do pick up the second run to recap that play. Sheila Cornell hit the ball off Garcia's glove, and then the shortstop Silva was able to pick it up and throw out Dot Richardson at the plate. But the damage has been done.
I think this is Vecchione. Okay, here's the throw to the plate.
That is right. Gina Vecchione drives in the second run. So there's the play at the plate. Ketchum holds on. So after 8.5, our score, UCLA has put 2 on the board. They lead Fresno State 2-0. This for the Women's Division I National Championship. UCLA picks up the 2 runs as they came through when they had to. Got the key hit from Vecchione, got the sacrifice fly from Howard. 2 and 3 in that order. Boy, they came through and got it done, Ann.
I'll tell you, if anybody's going to put a few nickels on this and you give Debbie Doom a 2-run lead, you're talking money in the bank as far as I'm concerned. Debbie Doom gets tougher and tougher, and when she's got a run or 2 behind her to play with, it's going to be tough for them to get after her this inning. It really is.
Saw a lot of action. The key play, in my opinion, was the call that Sharon Backus made. She fakes a steal. She fakes the bunt, that is, double steals behind third baseman Roberta Garcia, and then got the execution from Debbie Howard, the base hit, or I should say the fly ball to right, and then a little cake with the base hit by Gina Vecchione. So Fresno down to their last gasp. Kim Muratori, Roberta Garcia, and Judy Tucker, the last of the order. They'll have to do it. 7, 8, and 9.
She's the one that punched out the double, though.
Went to right center field between Young and Owens. This is for the national title. 3 outs away. Debbie Doom.
A little more zip. Every single pitch, the UCLA infield is cheering. They are psyched. They smell a title.
Well, it'd be hard to bet against them in this case. This young lady has not given up a run today. She didn't give up a run last night to Cal State Fullerton. She's been in command, struggled at times with her control, but no real threat.
Didn't give up a run against Western Michigan either. She's a shutout pitcher.
UCLA has not made an error today, and there's the first out. You always want to get that leading lady.
Bet.
They used to say that all the time in men's baseball, get the leading lady. Well, now we can really say it because the ladies are playing. 1 out, Roberta Garcia, 0 for 2, a strikeout and a fly to the third sacker, Iskurski.
Oh, UCLA's infield just smells that title. They're all smiles. They're having fun out there. They want this just to get over with and they can go and be on their merry way back home.
Garcia had pretty good cuts. The last time we saw her in the 5th inning, that time the head was out a little bit. She uses an open stance. The key to any stance, that back foot has got to be at 90 degrees. Doesn't matter what you do with the front one.
Look at Doom. She wants this so badly.
Debbie Doom. Here's one coming our way, and I don't have to protect Ann this time.
That's right.
Because I blew it last time I dropped it.
I'm bringing my glove next time.
There's a pinch hitter next time.
Debbie Doom has that finger out of the glove. You know who started that? Yogi Berra had a stone bruise, and he'd take his finger out of the glove. Now every player in America takes their finger out of the glove. There's Debbie Doom, and you can all thank Yogi Berra for that. And you really can't feel with the finger out like that. There's a let up. So now UCLA and Debbie Doom 1 out away from the national championship.
She's saying one more, gals, one more. A freshman leading UCLA to the national championship. That is really something else. We've got a pinch hitter up, though, right now, number 32, Ella Vilci. Gosh, Ella, if I mispronounced your name, sorry about that.
Well, we saw Ella last night in the Arizona State game, and she moved the ball.
Yeah, she had a big hit for them. Knocked in a run. Another run was thrown out at the plate on her base hit. She's a good hitter. But they're going to need a lot right now. They've got 2 outs, and they're going to need an extra base hit at least right now to get somebody in scoring position.
Ella is a junior from Hayward, California. She's a pitcher, and obviously can hit the ball, or they wouldn't be using her. Down to their last gasp, 2 away.
Debbie Doom just needs one more big out. That's it. She's come so far for UCLA. And this should be it. This is the ball game right here.
Oh, Debbie Doom does it as she throws out the last hitter of the game, Elevici. So the UCLA Bruins, the Lady Bruins, are the champ. Isn't that what it's all about, folks? They're the 1982 NCAA Division I softball champions. 2-0 over Fresno State. It's been a long, tough year. They beat Cal State Fullerton in the game that they had to have last night. It was so important for them to get by Fullerton. There's
12
Fresno.
Ks for Debbie Doom, and there's Fresno. They don't have anything to be
Don't
ashamed
have a thing
of.
to be ashamed of. Now they'll get together here. This is kind of traditional.
You
Both
bet it
male
is.
and female in college, they'll come out and they'll shake hands, give the high five, which is so popular nowadays. The Fresno State team picked up a lot of fans during the tournament after they lost their first one. They whip off 3 in a row, and they lose in the final. So, from Omaha, Nebraska, UCLA, the national champion, 2-0 over Fresno State. We'll be right back.